Hey everyone, Jim Fitzpatrick. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Whether you're looking to boost performance this new year, hit new targets, or stay motivated, it's important to set goals. So today we are diving into the art of goal setting. Here now is Matt Easton, sales coach and founder of Easton University. I should say world-renowned sales coach. He's one of the best out there. So Matt, thank you again for joining us on the show. Very much appreciate it. I got to tell you, whenever you're on, these are the most watched videos on our network. So thank you so much.
It's all you, Jim. I'm just happy to be of the Jim Show. Hey, everybody. My name's Matt Easton, and I want to be the NBA Finals champion, Time Magazine's Person of the Year, and Calvin Klein's new underwear model. Boom, there you go. That is what we're talking about today. Wanting something ain't a goal, okay? I don't even know how to play basketball. Calvin Klein would tell me how to get lost. In Time Magazine, they don't even know who I am. So first thing that we got to talk about right here, right now, we got to get real, Jim. We got to get real with the people, Jim.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Wanting something is not a goal, all right? Wanting to lose weight ain't going to happen. Wanting to be the best at your dealership or be the best at your company or be the best in your industry ain't going to happen any more than wanting to be 8 feet tall. So if we could, Jim, all right, I have a mildly decent life. Let's just say that. I live a pretty good life.
Yes, you do.
One of them. Thank you, as do you, Jim. But one of the pillars, you and I can't talk to everybody in the real world, so let's talk to them right now. One of the pillars that has taken my life from, let's just say, not so great to, by the way, I had a single mom. She made $4,000 a year. So talk about starting at the bottom. I was below the bottom. Taking it from that to where it is today is an epiphany that I had in 1998 about setting goals. So if we could, I'd like to walk them through my journey of goal setting so they don't have to climb all the steps of the ladder that I did and they can go right to the top.
I love it. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. So first rule, wanting something's not a goal. We covered that. Second rule when it comes to goals, and some of you, I want you to be honest with yourself. You're on one of these rungs on the ladder, okay? So here's the first mistake we make, all right? We don't have any goals at all. That's mistake number one. Mistake number two, we divide up our personal life goals and our professional life goals, okay? Not a good idea. We'll get into that in a second. But personal life goals sound a little bit like this. I've got no goal. Then come around New Year's Eve, I get a goal. I'm going to lose some weight. I'm going to gain some weight. I'm going to make some money, right? And then about February, March, back to no goal, okay? What's the commonality with the goals that most people set on New Year's Eve is there's no freaking plan, okay? By the way, wanting something's not a goal, and if you think it's a goal but there's not a plan, it's still not a goal. All right, work goals. All right, let me take you back to 1998 when I worked for a little payroll company called ADP. Started out just happy to be at the dance, right? Just happy to be at the party, no goal. Within about the first week when I saw how things went at ADP, some of you work for employers like this, your first goal becomes, don't get fired. If you work for Jim or with Jim, Jim's a hard driver, right? You don't want to get fired. I get it. I'm with you. Nobody wants a boss like Jim. He's a mean guy, right? So we don't want to get fired. That's our first goal. That's not a good goal. That's not constructive. Then we're like, I just want to make my number. I just want to get by. Again, not a great goal. And then maybe our goal is to be number one. All right. Here's the problem with all of that. It's not really your goal. It's your boss's goal. It's your manager's goal. It's your company's goal. I'm just going to be real with you as somebody that's been on both sides of the fence. Bosses, managers, and companies cannot set goals that are anywhere in the zip code of your human potential because they're bosses, managers, and employers. They get fired, right? They can't look and go, I'm going to max out your potential.
That's right.
All right. So these goals are already set pretty low. Here's the other problem with this. You're not interweaving it into your life. So this epiphany that I had in 1998, when I went from not wanting to get fired, I was like, I want to make my number. And then I started to write down some activities. How would I make my number? What would I have to do every day to make my number? Suddenly, I was on track to make my number. I changed my goal, and I was like, I want to be number one at the company. Then I started to write down daily, what do I have to do? If I was to be number one at the company, what would I have to do every day? So I write down some activities. And in 1998, I made my number, was Rookie of the Year, was President's Club, and Board of Directors winner, which was the #1 person at the company called ADP, all in the same year.
Wow.
And I only had 9 months to do it, okay? The only difference was I wrote down the daily activities that I needed to do. I could care less about wanting to make my number, wanting to make President's Club. I wrote down the stuff that I had to do every single day, all right? Now, if you're like, I'm good, I've got a goal, but you don't have a sheet, you don't have a roadmap that you're using every single day, you're not good. And you don't have a goal. I hear from people all the time, oh, I'm all good with the goal setting thing. I've got something great, right? And I'm like, okay, well, do you write it down? No, I don't need to write it down. These same people use Waze, Siri, and Google Maps all at the same time to drive 6 blocks to Dunkin' Donuts, right? They will not get in their car without multiple forms of navigation to go 6 blocks, yet in driving their life forward, no plan whatsoever, right? No GPS. This is the GPS, guys, that I created and I've refined over the years. If you want a copy of this, eastonuniversity.com/goals. I've got some little tweaks on my personal one that aren't on that one. I'll walk you through my tweaks. But let me just real quick, while I've got you, if I still have your attention and you want to make your life a lot better, by the way, if I can do it, you can do it. What my formula is here. The first part of your goal sheet is a vision board. This is like, I've got a little Porsche GT3 RS that I'm looking at getting and a watch that I want to get, okay? The importance of a vision board is your day is going to get difficult. Your day is going to get challenging. Not every day is going to be great. Most days are going to be terrible. This is going to be something that you're driving to reward yourself from. If you have vision boards, fine. Don't go screwing up my vision board that I'm giving you by putting pictures of your kids or your family on there. Because your kids and your family are going to love you whether or not you make your number.
That's right.
This is the equivalent, like if I was a boxer, this is the championship belt that I'm going for. Yeah. Most of us in our jobs don't have belts, so we're going to buy ourselves cars, watches, cruises, whatever it is, okay? Then I have a little theme for my goal sheet. Like right now, I'm running Operation Curate 2025. We won't get into that. That's my stuff. All right. Then so vision board theme. And then the next section, if you guys really want to change your life, write your goals down every morning as if they've already occurred. And where my life got a lot better is when I stopped just writing down, I'm going to make President's Club. I'm going to make my numbers. And I ruminated for a second, which means I thought about, what do I want my life to be like? Now, here's the key. When you think 5 years from now, 2 years from now, a year from now, 10 years from now, what do I want my life to be like? Don't think of a special moment or a vacation, okay? Because you could say, oh, I want to take a cruise to Greece. The credit card companies will allow you to do that right now. Think about what you want your average Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to be like 5 years from now, right? So then start writing all that down. I make X amount of money. I'm the #1 donor at my church. My kids go to great schools. Whatever that stuff is that you want, weave it all in here. I weigh this much. I'm able to be a mentor to kids, whatever it is that you want to do. Write all your goals down. Now, the key with getting this stuff is to not just say your goals every day, write them down every day as if they've already occurred, but figure out what are the things that you need to do every day. How many phone calls do I need to make? How many people do I need to reach out to? How many LinkedIn posts do I need to do? Maybe there's a goal of one every day. I'm going to introduce myself to one influential or high net worth person in the city of Atlanta or wherever you live, right? This could all be, if you start to do it every single day, the cumulative effect will happen and you'll start to get good things. If you're like, I want to do better, you're driving around with no navigation. Okay, so check off all those boxes, whatever the little things you have to do. 20 phone calls, 4 follow-up, 1 LinkedIn post, introduce myself to somebody, work out in the gym 30 minutes, eat healthy, whatever, drink a shake, whatever it is you have to do. And then every day down here in these last 2 boxes, I have only 4 boxes of my must-dos for today. Okay, I had a private coaching session today, and then I've got this 2 o'clock interview with the greatest journalist in all the world, Jim Fitzpatrick. Those are the only 2 major things I have to do today. Then I have my today's wins. You guys might be saying to yourself, I have 52 things I have to do. No, you don't. You have a bunch of stuff that you have to do every day. That's in that box.
Right.
Your special stuff that must happen, there's only about 4 of those things in a day. This allows you to prioritize, stay motivated, stay organized, and you can always change your plan. Dream big, set a goal down, write your goals down, figure out what you have to do every day. I guarantee you will either hit your goals a lot faster than you even thought you could, or you'll get really damn close. If you just go, I want to make more money, I want to lose weight, I want to get married, ain't going to happen with any of that. You have to have a plan.
That's right. No truer words have been spoken. And I loved your presentation on that. And why do you think it is that we will not write our goals down?
Two reasons. There are 2 reasons we will not write our goals down. Number 1, we are a herd. We are a species that is part of the collective. And we are afraid that if I write my goals down, God forbid, somebody's going to see them. And even worse, they might make fun of me. The other reason why we don't write our goals down is along that same vein, and you guys have to watch out for this, okay? Your coworkers, your friends, sometimes even your family, when they hear your goals, they will try and dumb you down.
That's right.
I love you just the way you are.
That's right.
Come on, Jim. Why are you staying? Why did you come in early on a Saturday? Come on, you're making us all look bad.
Right.
Can't avoid that. You have to take a stand and go, I've signed a contract with myself. I'm working my plan. I don't care who knows what my plan is. I'm working my plan. If you don't want to be my friend or my family member or my wife or my mom or dad because I'm working my goals, well, then that's your problem, not mine. Here's what you'll find is a lot of that's just anxiety. And the people at work that try and tell you to slow down, they'll move out of your way soon enough quickly. But that's why we don't write them down. We're afraid for the world to see them.
And aren't we also afraid of letting ourselves down? Isn't there a sense of, if I write these down and I don't hit them by the end of the month, the end of the quarter, the end of the year, I'm setting myself up to be really disappointed in myself. Is there a sense of that as well?
Yes, and I had that same feeling, and that's why I avoided for so many years to write goals down. Here's what I found out, though. That sense of dread that you're not meeting the destiny in your life and you're not the person you could be, that is going to be internalized and with you every day, whether you have goals or not.
That's right.
And so what I found out is if you write them down and go big, go exceptionally big. I'd rather you miss on a big one than a little one. What you'll find is there's a sense of satisfaction of at least I gave it a try, which I'll just show you one little thing that I took that fixes that. This is not even on the eastonuniversity.com/goal sheet. I included a line here. I have a signature block. And now I sign. This is day 4 of 365 because mine started 4 days ago. That I'm going to do everything. Well, every day that I complete all my check boxes, I sign that sheet. So I get a little bit of a satisfaction, whether I hit the goal or not, knowing I did the work to hit the goal. So you can kind of rig it to make yourself feel better. Because you did the work, right? You put the work in. There's a lot of satisfaction to that. I will say avoiding disappointment avails nothing because you're just going to be disappointed anyways.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And it's okay to tweak along the way, right? I mean, if in the event
100,000%.
things come up, it doesn't mean that you throw the whole, list away. It just means that you tweak that one area, right?
Correct. And having this goal sheet, you will start to find out what you're really, really passionate about. Because when you're writing your goals down every day, you'll be like, I want a boat. And then suddenly after a month, you're like, I don't know about that. This allows you, and that's why my theme for right now is Curate 2025, meaning I'm trying to figure out what I truly, truly want. And when you're tweaking, then you start to not only get what you want, but having a goal sheet and a plan will help you learn who you are.
That's right.
And boy, is that rewarding, right?
I
when
agree.
you figure out what you truly want in this world. Because a lot of us are running around with goals that were our manager's goal or our coworker's goal or the goal of a girlfriend you had back in 2011. And that's not really you. When you start writing down what you want every day, they'll start to fall off. The things that you don't truly want, that you just wanted to look cool, will fall away. And you'll discover who you really are.
That's a great point. There's no question. So either way, it's a phenomenal exercise, right? You're either going to hit the goal or you're going to learn a lot about yourself. And I love that part of it, because you really there's no reason not to do this. We're going to show all the information on the screen here and take Matt up on his incredible offer. But he has made it very simple for you, not just to write them down, but then if you watch his courses and you watch all that he has to offer online, it's also going to help you to hit these goals. So not only is it going to help you lay your life out for 2025, he's going to help you achieve the goals as well. Founder of Easton University, Mr. Matt Easton, world's #1 sales coach out there. So thank you, Matt, so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. I know that you get so many great comments every time you're on, and this segment is perfect timing.
And guys, if you're not doing this, but you're using navigation to get to Dunkin' Donuts, shame on you. This is a lot more rewarding than a donut.
That's exactly right. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks, everybody. See you soon.
Hey, it's Matt Easton. If you like this video, you're going to love this. I'm about to give you my closing mini masterclass absolutely free for you. Click the link here, and I'm going to cover the $300. You're going to know how to close. Life is about to get a lot easier for you. No strings, no catches. I'm going to give you the closing mini masterclass for free right here, right now. I'll see you on the other side.